Alrighty, hi friends, I'm Unique and we are back with the Saturday vlog. Saturday? I record this on Saturday, I post it on Sunday. It gives me time to edit. This is, as we know, this is usually the time of the week where I sit down, talk about my thoughts on things. I have absolutely was burnt out by, I have not had the energy to stream this week because work was awful this week. I was just trying my hardest to get it together for the next workday, and luckily, we got a really huge project release out, and I can go back to my regular stream schedule, hopefully. The eclipse was this week. I live in Texas, so I got to see the eclipse, right? And I didn't look at it with my bare eyes. I just kind of looked outside. It was dark. That was really it. And then I went back to work because the eclipse happened, you know, during a work time for me. So that's how it kind of felt about it. I saw lots of good gaming Eclipse memes though. I saw a really good Final Fantasy XIV one with Ifrit because I believe there's a literal solar eclipse going on during the Ifrit trial. It's really funny. Also going on this week is the Hoyofair. In case you don't know what Hoyofair is, it is Hoyo versus little mini fan celebration where a bunch of fan works get presented. It's not really Hoyoverse's own works. It's just a platform for artists to show themselves off, and there's some really good animations. Last year, there was a really good animation that went into the backstory of Jet, a very significant character during post-Sumeru optional content in Genshin Impact. And this year, I haven't seen all the Hoyofair videos for Genshin, but there was a really good boy group one with Father, Arlecchino, Child, and Ricely. I really liked that one. It was very perky. They got their characters in that AU alternate universe very well. And I saw a really good Beidou and Ningguang video also. A very good Beidou Ningguang angst moment. It was really cool. It's just so cool to see other artists' passions put out there. And I really hope that these artists who get their work shown off at Hoyofair get more of a following because of this. Like, there's so much good work, good things being done, and I really hope to see a lot more Western artists have a chance to show themselves off in Hoyofair. There's some. I want to see more. I want to see more artists in general. I want it to be bigger and bigger every year. I believe we have a Genshin Impact patch next week. I don't think we have an update yet for Genshin or Star Rail next week. I can't remember. I know Aventurine is coming out. I will be rolling for him, but I probably won't stream it. We'll see. I might stream it actually because I'm taking a bit of a break from streaming a hardcore JRPG right now. I'm just going through my live service games at the moment. I've just been going through my live service games, Final Fantasy XIV, which I have plenty to talk about in a moment here, and Genshin. I'm trying to plan a catch-up stream tomorrow just in general to catch up on events in that game. And I'm also planning hopefully some more Star Rail streams just to catch up on some side content that turns out to be very fundamental for understanding the cast that's been presented in the 2.0 expansion, if you will. There isn't really that much more going on in the gaming space. I'm waiting to hear about, just Nintendo Direct or a Sony State of Play or something. I just want to see more gaming news, but I don't think we're going to get any of that until June. I am kind of just fighting for my life right now because I want to watch another anime. I mentioned I finished Frieren last week, but I can't decide what to start. I'm kind of having decision paralysis over here. What I really should do is catch up on the Chainsaw Man manga and the I want to start Solo Leveling. It's like one of the first times I really want to start a normie webtoon. Granted, it's not for normie reasons, but yeah, I really want to start that stuff. I just need to get off my ass and do it. I heard Spice and Wolf is supposed to be getting some type of remake too. I need to look more into that, and because I loved Spice and Wolf a lot back when it was airing on Funimation cable. Fun fact, I'm old enough to have I'm old enough to have watched Funimation on cable. Shout out to anybody who was old enough to watch Funimation on cable back then. It's such a shame to see where things have gone with the whole Crunchyroll and Funimation thing. How you choose to watch your anime, I will not be. I am not one to judge you for how you choose to watch. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah. Okay, so let's get on to actual big news that I really care about. Final Fantasy XIV. It is Saturday. We just had a live letter from the 14-hour broadcast last night. We heard a bunch of news about the blacklist being updated. Much to my dismay, the friend list is still we haven't heard anything about what they're going to do with that yet. The blacklist looks like a very good anti-stalker measures are being implemented. There are still some flaws that'll slip through. For example, you can still anybody blacklisted can still join you in Party Finder and Duty Finder, random Duty Finder. That's kind of unfortunate, but they're doing really good measures on the anti-stalking thing. I'm glad that they are listening to the player base. It's just very infuriating that all of those fixes have to be shoved into an expansion release and not a patch. But I'm glad a fix is happening. It just feels like I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV since 2020, right? To me, it seems like a lot of the fixes that have been happening lately are stuff the player base has been begging for years. And I mean years upon years upon years upon years upon years. And it's very frustrating. I have no idea what their dev cycle looks like, but I can just only wonder how their pipeline works and getting those fixes through. And even then, I'm gonna be honest. I appreciate their efforts putting into risk, but sometimes it's not completely foolproof, as I mentioned with the flaws with their blacklist fixes. We also saw so much about the graphical update. I was falling asleep during that part. I'm gonna be honest. None of my I was in a Discord call with friends around that time of the live letter, and no people really didn't really care. I mean, it's just stuff that we're gonna care about once we actually see it with our own eyes in game. Speaking of seeing it with our own eyes, we should be getting the benchmark when I'm going to be asleep tonight. So I might do a cute little video tomorrow morning where I just go through the benchmark with my own character and we just check it out. I've only seen some screenshots of I've only seen screenshots myself of the benchmark. I haven't really watched the whole entire thing in one sitting myself, so that'll be a fun time. I believe we should be able to make female Hrothgar in that too, and that is gonna have its. I feel like people are gonna absolutely overanalyze the crap out of this. We're just gonna hold on to this benchmark with our own cold hands. I just wish, I wish we were getting stuff faster, but we must be patient. They did give us finally gave us a roadmap to Dawntrail launch. We know what time what is going to happen. We will have a full confirmation on how we as a fandom will have a good idea of how the jobs are going to play out. A better idea. Let me emphasize that as better, because on June 1st, the embargo on the media tour looks like it should be lifting, and then a lot of theory crafting can finally happen throughout the fandom. However, let me tell you, when Ed Walker media tour embargo lifted, I still had no idea how the hell to play Reaper and Sage until I picked up those jobs myself in game. So, don't have too many expectations about that. If what we get through theory crafting before expansion is going to be different from what actually happens in game. To what extent, who knows. And in other news, my good friend and I have changed FCs in Final Fantasy XIV. It was for absolutely dumb reasons, I'm going to be honest. But now we are with an FC lead who we have much better trust in, and we have full confidence actually cares about us. I keep reconsidering more year after year my decision to stay on Marlboro, and I guess it's just something that happens when you're playing the game for such a long time. But yeah, my friend and I have pretty much moved on from that whole mess of a situation, and we are just doing our thing. It's just so much changes can change for you as a Final Fantasy XIV player, and it's just something you got to keep in mind. And absolutely keep in mind, whatever goes around comes around. Eventually. I'm gonna end the video here. My recording says 11 minutes and my battery's getting low. Be safe out there, friends. Hopefully we will have another vlog next week. I don't know about what, though, I'm gonna be honest, because I don't think there's anything significant happening next week. And yeah, all right. Sincerely from Unique. Bye.